Hey traders. Hey guys, listen, I've been meaning to do an update here on Litecoin. Some of you that are on the team, we talked about this. You kind of obviously are updated on the signals. Um, but just a couple things to point out on Litecoin. Um, and this recent price action is kind of a good lesson in physics and in thermodynamics and just in how markets trade in general. Um, I have a lot of traders and I see a lot of traders in the space. They tend to chase new highs, and there tends to be a lot of people chasing headlines. And Litecoin, this most recent run up, was a perfect example. I mean, so many traders are chasing 70, 80, all the way up into 100, which obviously causes this vertical move up. And in thermodynamics, this is called a phase transition. It happens in any market. I mean, I remember when Taser was hot back in the 2000s, the housing stocks, home builders, anytime, or when Tesla first had a couple runs right after its IPO, when you have a market go sideways and then vertical, we talk about angle and distance. So you can look at distance away from the 8. This red line is the 8-period moving average. That can show you where you're overbought. If you're constantly find yourself buying way above the 8 or way above the 30-period moving average or a 50-day moving average or what we call the wave formation bands here, all right, you're just offsides. You're doing the complete wrong action. You're late. You're chasing. Um, then maybe I'll do a blog post. I've done some work on this where, just like in physics, they call it a phase transition because in physics, when you go from different states, when you go from a solid to a liquid to a gas, if you actually were to chart out the temperature, okay, it actually looks a lot like this chart. So you reach a point, a boiling point, or um, you reach a point where it literally the states change and the price, or in thermodynamics the temperature rises and actually does this exact same thing. It doubles. There's a time frame on which it often happens in 2 to 3 units, um, and usually there's a doubling period that happens in a short time frame. And so it's the same in different fields of science. You get the same type of, um, again, phase transition. And once you begin to recognize it, you won't chase these highs like this. But on top of this, not only did we make a new high and go vertical, which we were taking profits into, all right, you went from a new high and you swung all the way to a new low. And this was just a massive move. We go from 100 basically to 33. So you retraced what, 80%, 70% of the move. If you look from the breakout here, that's over 100% retrace. So not only did you take out all the support, everybody that was buying in the 40s, um, this is the type of move that swings the pendulum. You have to get everybody on the wrong side. So the headlines were talking about South Korea, a lot of Asian money. Who knows who the real buyers are, right? You're never going to know that information. But as it swings the market this side of the pendulum and then traps everybody, gets everybody off sides, makes a new low, everybody that was long here, that bought into these highs, they puke into the lows. And that's the swing of the market from one side of the spectrum to the other that creates the new high, and that provides the energy, for the low, and that provided you the energy for that massive snap back where I've never seen anything like it in markets, where you basically doubled an asset in 3 hours. You went from 33 to 60, over 60 in one candle. This is a one day. So that's a pretty historic move, and there's just a lot of little lessons in that. in this type of a swing. It's pretty nasty though when you make a new high and then you swing to a new low like that. From here, we've talked about you got to watch a few things on Litecoin. Just like Bitcoin, we talked about the other day. There's this high right here. This, jeez, just is horrible. There's this lower high right here. All right. And then this was a prior higher low that got taken out. I can draw that in green. Or not. Okay, that was a higher low. These were higher lows. This is a higher low. All right, and then here you failed to get back to the prior high, so that's a lower high relative to there. And then what do you have here? This is a lower low, right, relative to here. So the pattern from, if you look at the direction of the 8, which is downward sloping, you have, this is just, these tools are awful. Sorry guys, I don't know a better tool. If you guys message me or put the comments down below, I mean, I greatly appreciate it. If anybody knows of an annotation tool, Mac has some great solutions, but I mean, anytime I'm on the Windows side, it's just, this is just sloppy. I mean, anyway, it obviously bothers me. This is the trend for the intermediate term, and this is power right here, guys. When you go from all of this red, boom, bottoming tail, and you take out all of this, pretty much most of this red, and you reverse it like that, that's a bottoming tail. That's bullish. All right, but what we need to start seeing happen now is we got to make higher highs. So as the market pivots around this high, this looks like we just put in a lower high here. We're either going to retest the bottom of this candle in the 200, or this is going to be a lower high, and if we can gain some traction back above 60, then that opens the door for 82, this level here, 82.70. All right, now if we take this low out, this could be trouble, guys. It really could be. You take this low out, you take the 200 out, I might even get out of 80% of my position and go to the sidelines. I don't really think that's going to happen. I think everybody that missed the move into the 30s would be happy to buy again down here, including myself. But if we get a dip, I'll buy into these lows. If it breaks, that's where my risk is, or that's where I'm wrong. I mean, there's not that much. What else was I going to say? Anyway, that's the main point I want to kind of illustrate. It looks like I lost the signals now. But also, guys, just pay attention to the cycles. I mean, when you're at an RSI up here of 87, you can't be buying the market. You're way late. Down here, this is where you want to be buying, 32. So you got to stay disciplined. And then you can time it with this is the rhythm and ebb and flow. Look at this cyclical oscillation. Oscillation is one of the equations of motions. That's another physics analogy or property. Okay, that's just how energy flows, guys. It's wave formation, vibration. Energy travels in cycles. That's just how it moves. It goes through the markets the same way. So you should be taking profits at the top of the cycle, and you want to be looking to buy at the bottom of the cycle. Don't overcomplicate things. I mean, this just looks like something out of your physics book, right? All right, guys. So that's the update on Litecoin. Hey, for those of you that aren't that don't follow us or are not familiar with what we do, we have a crypto trading team. We have a group of Forex traders all over the world that we trade together. I coach and teach traders how to trade futures, stocks, options. It's just an institutional model that I built, and it applies to any market, any time frame. And so obviously we trade the crypto markets the same way. You come here at jenkinsrm.com, underneath the services tab, you'll see crypto coin team or cryptocurrency group. And this is about our different services there. So when I say my traders, or we were buying here, or we were taking profits on Litecoin, all that gets signaled in our chat room here. And then, I don't know why that's moving down. And then this is our premium package. This includes all the training on our model and our process. So I have a lot of traders. It's one thing for me to tell you when to buy and sell, but if you want to do this for the rest of your life, you want to make it a career, you want to trade for a living, you want that lifestyle that trading offers, where you can trade anywhere, anytime. You can trade from a laptop on a beach, you can trade from a boat, you can trade from wherever you want to trade from, whenever you want. Learning that skill and that craft is why I started this company, is to teach that. So we have a 9-hour video training course. You can watch it. It's on demand. But then you get the chat room access for the year, the real-time alerts and everything. Group coaching, this is for individuals that are maybe a little bit want to do this as a profession, or are professional traders, or are just, ready to, they just want to put a bigger commitment in. Maybe they have bigger capital to trade. They want to work out some things in their trading plan. They want some more personal attention from me. That's what we do here in the group coaching. So anyway, 3 great ways to get involved with that. Hope that helps, guys, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.